Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Gina Paola, or as they call me, GP, and today I'm going to be going over my contour and foundation routine. We're going to be going over the steps on how I conceal, contour, bronze, foundation my face, all that good stuff. So yeah, if you want to see this face all snatched, please keep watching. Alright guys, so the first step is to make sure that your skin is well moisturized. This is to make sure so that when you lay your foundation, it won't start to dry, crack, and look cakey. So the first step that I do is I apply a serum. And lately I've been trying the Trader Joe's facial product. So this is a Trader Joe's serum. And I'm just going to grab a good amount and apply that all over my face. Alright, once the serum starts to dry, we're going to apply our moisturizer. I'm going to be using this Trader Joe's moisturizer, and I'm just going to apply a decent amount and rub that in. Once that moisturizer is set and dried a little, next is going to be our primer. So I like to go in with the Fenty Beauty primer. These primers are bomb. I honestly have tried all of them and I love all of them. They're amazing. Again, a decent amount. Alright guys, so the next step of course is going to be laying down our foundation. I like to go in with the Beauty Blender Bounce Foundation. I really just love this foundation because it is meant to go on with a beauty blender. I just feel like it lays out really well, blends beautifully. So I usually take about 2 to 3 pumps. Then I'm going to be using this e.l.f. Cosmetics Beauty Blender. It's very soft. And yeah, we're just going to blend all of that out. So once our foundation is well blended and it's laid, I like to go in with the dark contour first. I like to use cream contour products just because it's easier to blend. So I'm going to be going in with this NYX HD Concealer, and this is in the shade 8.4. When you're doing your dark contour, you want to focus on the hollow parts of your face. And then I've noticed that people do a line right here, and it kind of gives your nose that like buttony cute shape, and it looks really good. So yeah, so as you can see, I don't really use that much dark contouring on my face because then I go in with bronzer and I darken everything up as well. So with all this, we're just gonna go ahead and blend. When blending, you're gonna blend in an upward motion. Now for my nose contour, I like it to be more defined, so we're going to be using a brush. It's by the company Juno & Co, and this is an ES06. So when blending out my nose contour, I'm simply going to follow the lines of my nose and kind of just make that more of a ball right there. Also, when blending, if you bring the contour into your eyebrow, it will kind of make everything fall in together in place. So we can bring it up here and kind of blend that in with the eyeshadow. Then to soften everything up, I'm going to grab the Beauty Blender and I'm going to use the side that we used our foundation with and kind of just soften everything a bit. Okay, so after our dark contour is blended, next is going to be the light concealer. So for concealers, I actually use 3 different shades. I know it seems like a lot, trust me, kind of is, but there's a whole reason to it. So the first concealer that I use is kind of more of a skin tone concealer, and I use this to blend all of the lightness and darkness together. The concealer I'm going to be going in with is a Maybelline one, and this is in the color 20 Sand. I'm going to grab this concealer and I will be placing it only where the light and the dark would meet. It's kind of like that intermediate shade where it's going to help make everything look well blended together. So the next concealer I go in with is a lighter concealer. I like to go in with this e.l.f. 16 Hour Camo Concealer in the shade Light Beige. So I'm going to grab that concealer and apply it kind of like a triangle. Alright, the last concealer that I use is a way lighter concealer, and I just use this to brighten everything up just a little bit more. This is from the brand Kiko, and it is in the color 2. So I'm gonna grab a teensy bit of this and just apply it over just a little bit. So once we have that, we're just gonna go ahead and blend everything together. And when blending, you're gonna wanna bring it up a bit just so that your whole face looks like it's being pulled back. And like I said, because of that intermediate shade, there's not much blending that has to happen because that shade kind of does it for us already. So when blending out the nose concealer, you wanna make sure that you only stick to the white parts and you keep that little darkness right there to keep that ball shape intact. Alright, so after that, we're going to want to set everything in place, and I like to go in with the Laura Mercier Translucent Powder. I know most people like to do this with their beauty blender, however, I like to have a little bit more precision, so I just take one of these like angled sponges. I honestly think you can find them at like CVS, Walgreens, Rite Aid, any drugstore really, and you can buy a pack that has like 20 of them for probably like $1. So first I'm going to bake my under eyes. And I'm just going to press this into the skin, bring it up, keeping that triangle formation. We're also going to bring this up into the nose and just leave the dark contour line. I also like to go in and define my contours. So I would go in and just create that line. And then that's gonna bake there, and then we're gonna set this part with bronzer. Alright, so that's the part of my face that I'm gonna be setting with translucent powder. The rest we'll be setting with the bronzer. For today, I'm gonna be going in with the Hoola Bronzer by Benefit. And I'm going to be taking this on an angled Morphe E4 brush. So we're just going to dip in, dust that off. And when bronzing, you want to do an upward motion. And once you get to the cheeks, I like to go in circular motions as well. Bronzing my forehead as well, jawline. Alright, so next we're going to be blushing. I'm going to be taking this Tarte blush. It's in the shade Unstoppable, looks like that. I'm going to be taking this on another Morphe E4 brush. It's different though, this one's for blush, the other one's for bronzer. So I'm going to be dipping in, dusting off, and when I'm blushing my cheeks, I like to smile and just get the plums and also up here. I also like to add some blush to the tip of my nose and also on the temples of my forehead. What this does is that it kind of gives everything the same tone of bronzer, blush, and it just makes everything flow a lot more nicer. Alright, so after all that, it's time to dust off all the baking. Okay, so next step is going to be highlighting. I'm going to be going ahead with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Glow Kit. Girl, you're not ready for this. She has been used. And of course, we're going to be using the one that I hit pan with, which is Butterscotch. And I'm going to be taking this on this type of brush. This is a Morphe M501 brush. And I'm just going to be going in, and I'm going to highlight the cheekbones. And I like to do it in a soft circular motion. Then I do the tip of my nose and also the bridge of it at the very top. I also do the temples just a bit. A little bit. And the cupid's bow. We are highlighted to the T. Cool. So, are we done? We are done. Some setting spray. I go in with the Urban Decay All Nighter. Alright guys, so I went ahead and I finished off my look with some lip gloss and did my lower lash line. And this is the complete and final result. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Honestly, I love my contour and foundation routine. I feel like it ends up leaving my skin looking like it's butter. Everything looks well blended. I look bronzy. I look highlighted. And yeah, go ahead and try this out at home with your products and let me know if it works out for you. Don't forget to leave this video a like, subscribe down below, and I hope to see you guys on the next one. Bye!